Good morning everyone. In this particular PPT, I'm going to explain about what is meant by TRF receiver. It is nothing but a tuned radio frequency receiver. A tuned radio frequency receiver is a type of radio receiver that is composed of one or more tuned radio frequency amplifier stages followed by the detector demodulator circuit to extract the audio signal and usually an audio frequency amplifier. This type of receiver was popular in the early 1920s. This is the block diagram of a tuned radio frequency receiver where we'll be receiving the signal first through the antenna and the antenna coupling network is used, then followed by that we'll be using a three RF amplifiers, then a detector and the audio amplifier, then it is being given to the speaker. Where this TRF receiver was the most widely used receivers, but now it is no longer used. The use of this receiver is limited to fixed frequency special applications. This is meant for its simplicity and high sensitivity. It consists of three sections: tunable RF amplifiers, detectors, and the audio amplifiers. The working of a TRF receiver is nothing but at initial stage it first catches the RF signals from radio transmitters as shown in the figure. Thereafter, a few radio frequency amplifiers are used. Two in the case three can also be used. The main application of these amplifiers is to amplify the incoming frequencies from transmitter, and it also rejects other unwanted frequencies which is being fed into the next stage. The word ganged tuning is used here. It is nothing but to show that how the multiple stages are coupled together using a single connection. The tuning provides sufficient gain and selectivity. After the signal is amplified to a certain level, then it is fed to a detector to demodulate the signal. The output of the detector, that is demodulated signal, is fed to the audio amplifier. Then it amplifies the signal to a further level. Thereafter, the power amplifier matches the output impedance to the input impedance, and the output of the power amplifier is then fed to the speaker for the reproduction. The main advantages of this tuned radio frequency receiver is this such receivers were very simple to design and align at broadcast frequencies, but they presented difficulties at higher frequencies. That is, it is very cheaper, very simple to implement, and it has a high sensitivity because here we are using three RF amplifiers in order to where the first in the first RF amplifier, the amplified signal which is being a little low and it is being given to the next RF amplifier, then to the third, uh, directly from the receiver, from the antenna it receives the signal first and it is being given to the antenna coupling network, where the antenna the signal which is being received by the antenna is being given to the coupling network in order to couple the various frequencies over there which is being received by the receiving antenna, and then it is being given to the three different amplifiers where three different frequencies are also used in the three radio frequency amplifiers, uh, which is being tuned. That three RF amplifier frequencies are tuned all together at the same time. The three frequencies is being tuned is called as a ganged tuning. Then it is being given to the detector and finally to the speaker. That's why, because of using that three RF amplifiers, it will take that as a main disadvantage. Yes, it is useful only to the single tuned circuit and the low frequency applications. And it is variation in bandwidth. That is, the TRF receiver suffered from a variation in bandwidth over the tuning range. Then variation in gain. The gain of the TRF receiver is not uniform over a wide frequency range. This was mainly because of the instability associated with the high gain which is being achieved at one frequency by the multi-stage amplifier. Then insufficient selectivity. It was unable to achieve sufficient selectivity at high frequencies, partly as a result of the enforced use of the single-tuned circuit. It was not possible to use a double-tuned RF amplifiers in this receiver, although it was realized that they would naturally yield better selectivity. And it has a poor adjacent channel rejection ratio. Then the assessment is what are all the sections which is being used in the TRF receiver and what is meant by gang tuning, and mention the disadvantages of this TRF receiver. Thank you.